in the party, flyer than everybody.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Carbon, and I'm here to talk about that new update, baby. I don't have the patch notes. I've been looking for them, but there's something I want to talk about before the patch notes are actually released, and I also can't find responses to what I have found either, and that is that DUOS seems to be missing, and it's not just on PlayStation. According to Reddit, there are people posting on there that it's on their Xbox, it's on PC, it's everywhere. So basically, the only modes you have now are quads, Hot Pursuit quads, Alcatraz Portal quads, and solo. There is no DUOS. So what happened? I went to Treyarch's Twitter, there's nothing there. I went to Reddit, there's nothing there. I went to Charlie Intel, there's nothing there. I don't know what happened. Like, it's getting kind of interesting. But, you know, they did just release, I don't know, 5 minutes ago on Treyarch Studios that Infected has arrived on Black Ops 4. Get ready to run. But nowhere did they talk about the DUOS that are missing. And that's not the only thing that they've missed the mark on here. Do you guys remember the combat record? You know, in the past, the combat record was a pretty simple feature. It was an in-game menu where players can check their detailed statistics like accuracy with specific guns, most used specialist, and even go as granular as longest win streak in specific game modes. And then at launch of Black Ops 4, it was lacking a combat record and instead provided players with a short summary, basically, of their top statistics that felt extremely bare, naked. You know, personally, you know, my numbers have always been, I don't know, medium to high. I mess around a lot, but they're always medium to high. But I enjoyed pursuing the combat record to see which stats stood above the rest, and then I can compare them to other, you know, friends of mine. You know, they promised the combat record would be added to Black Ops 4 shortly after the release of the leaderboards, but that didn't happen. Features that fans have come to expect from the 15th game in the world's best-selling franchise were just absent for months. And on April 4th, Treyarch made an update post for Black Ops 4 that marked the official release of Black Ops 4 combat record. And then, just like everyone else, I was thrilled to see that the studio has finally made good on their promise. However, just like everybody else's, the excitement was short-lived when we realized that it was only coming to mobile devices. Yeah, the statistics from the game you play on your console are only viewable on your mobile device or web browser. So while this isn't the first time these figures were viewable outside the game itself, you know, Call of Duty Elite was doing similar things with Modern Warfare 3, and this is the first time that the combat record is exclusively on mobile. And then Treyarch explains, and I quote, "Providing combat record on mobile and web brings the stats that players want to the platform where they will get the most use of them without taking time away from playing the game. So you can check your stats quickly and easily on your phone, tablet, and PC between matches." But the main issue here is that the statement is inherently flawed, and no one at Treyarch seemed to notice or care, just like this DUOS thing. You know, it's very quickly this update came out, but nobody's had an answer on this. But will it go as unanswered as this one? I highly doubt it's as big as a deal. But if the reason for putting combat record exclusively on mobile and web was so it doesn't take any time away from playing the game, doesn't that mean the proper way to check stats is to have my controller in one hand and my phone / computer mouse in the other? You know, I'm looking at the stats or playing the game. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, they say that we can now easily and quickly check stats between matches, but, you know, we just don't believe that looking to your phone or your computer, unlocking it, finding the Call of Duty companion app, waiting for it to load up, which is already glitchy as it is. It's never worked right for me. The first, like, I don't know, 100 times I tried to open it, it just popped up as a JPEG image of the background and nothing was there. But now once it works, then you just have to wait for it to open up, sign in, and then swipe around for your desired stat. Is neither quick or easy. But, you know, the way I used combat record in the past was either before games or after games, I'd jump in to check how I was doing with certain weapons and in certain modes, and there would be no other device in my hands besides a controller. So to get the combat record would only take several button presses. However, Treyarch seems to disagree. I'd rather have it in my console, in game. And here's what they said. When we originally lost combat record in the Black Ops, we were excited for the potential of going deep on the player stats, and we expanded the feature set throughout the Black Ops series. It was a big feature that unfortunately only a small number of players engaged. Well, no crap. Nobody wants to pull out their phone between games. You know, I don't like being out of my game to stream. This statement has absolutely baffled the community, and obviously, you know, they don't have the numbers of how many players are engaged with combat record in the past, but I would assume that they used it a heck of a lot more the old way. You know, the combat record in Black Ops 3 is literally 4 button presses away from any screen in the game. You know, let's go with the idea that this is considered buried deep in the menus. Then wouldn't a better solution basically would make it less buried in the menus rather than scrapping it all together and putting it on a mobile device? You know, they go on to say that Black Ops 4's combat record, and I do love Black Ops 4, guys, but they go on to say that the combat record brings the stats to more locations where we can see them. Then why not have them in-game and in apps? You know, why not have both? You know, taking away the in-game stat tracking for third-party websites that streamers used to use to put over as overlays on their streams, you know, they completely fought that, got rid of the fact that companies can no longer do that, and they're like, no, we have an answer. And this was their answer, and it completely missed the mark. But with all that said, you know, I appreciate their apology on, you know, or I would appreciate an apology on promising a combat record way too early, not communicating with us properly, and then when they finally give us what we want after taking away something that was really good, it was actually just a lot worse than we thought. We all thought the new combat record was going to be in-game, but it was just mobile only. Is this them trying to think that sooner or later a mobile device is going to be your absolute companion for gaming? Is that why they called it the companion app? I don't think I'm ever going to see my phone as a companion for my gaming. I don't think I will. You know, and after months of threads and tweets popping up asking for the in-game combat record and then having it appear on mobile and web exclusive just feels like we weren't being listened to and we were simply ignored, and they were trying to, you know, I don't know, some sort of business decision. But in the end, the whole move by Treyarch completely missed the mark. The communication, the implementation, the features, the glitchy app, it does not live up to what combat record should be in 2019. This game has been out forever. You know, I found that Call of Duty companion app to be the worst app I think I have on my phone as far as the way it works, and that is no lie. So I would love to see Treyarch add the combat record back to in-game, and let's get back to the things we know and loved. And they also give us back duos, man. What is the issue with that? Why couldn't they give us some duos? You know, I'd like to do some duos with, you know, a couple of my friends off game like I do, and I can't now. It's either quads or solo, but I guess I can still see Alcatraz Portal as a solo game because I never play with teammates anyway. It's just too hectic. I'd rather just stay on my own, away from my teammates, so that way if I do die, they don't die too, and then I can respawn, and if they die, they can respawn because I'm away from them, and it just seems to work out better in the end. Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the videos. I'm going to be streaming later tonight with the new mode. I want to get the new video out for the patch notes, so guys, stay tuned for that. Please hit that like. Please hit that subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what I did wrong. Let me know what you think is going to happen in the future with this game. I don't know. These things are getting glitchy, man. Let me know. Guys, it's your boy Carbon. Peace.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
We show up in the party, flyer than